Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Jay Hollingshed. I help athletes win more competitions and consistently get better stats. I help entrepreneurs become more productive and consistently get better profits. I am your high performance mindset coach. And thank you so much for tuning in. This is episode 51 of my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. That's right. This is episode 51 of 365. Today is day number 2, second day of the week. So we go to pillar number 2, which is confidence and motivation. Confidence and motivation. Now, for those of you that got the memo, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I switched from doing this on my personal Facebook page to my Facebook business page. So the word is getting out. Thank you for tuning in. Also, those of you that are watching this on replay, thank you for tuning in as well. I do appreciate that. Now, this may go over the allotted time limit for other social media platforms. Should this go over and cut off on the platform you're watching, feel free to tune in on my YouTube channel. All of my episodes are backlogged on my YouTube channel. So let's get right into it. Here we go. Confidence and motivation. Confidence. Confidence is defined as a belief in your ability to succeed. A belief in your ability to succeed. Now, motivation, a totally different thing, but they work together. They work hand in hand. Motivation, that's your reason for doing what you do. That's your reason for wanting to succeed. That's your why. You always hear that, knowing your why. Know your why. When you know your why, you know your purpose. So it's your purpose for wanting to succeed. Now, what I want to know today is from you, has there been anything in the past, let's go 7 days. Let's go back a full week. In this past week, we all have had a lack of confidence. We've all experienced a lack of motivation. Now, that lack of motivation or that lack of confidence, what has that cost you this week? What did that cost you? What did that keep you from reaching? What goal did it keep you from reaching? What milestone did it keep you from crossing? What did it keep you from having? Now, feel free to type it in the chat. If you don't want to type it in the chat, no problem. Go ahead and inbox me. Sometimes people are shy like that, so go ahead and inbox me. Hey, I see my wife tuning in, my number 1 fan. That's what's up. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate you, babe. Now, you can type it in the chat. If not in the chat, you can always reach out to me on speaktojay.com, speaktojay.com. But I want to know from you what a lack of confidence or a lack of motivation, how have you been affected by that within the past 7 days? And I'm not going to wait for any comments to roll up, but what I'm going to do is tell you how a personal story of mine with the lack of confidence and motivation. Now, here I am now 46 years old as of this month, my birthday month, so I'm 46 years old. However, in, I want to say maybe October, November, one of those, just before Thanksgiving, actually early November, I was diagnosed with a combined type ADHD and a reading disorder of multiple symptoms. And I was diagnosed with that, like I said, fall of 2018. So just recently, within the past 6 months. Now, how does that tie in with my confidence and motivation? Because my story from elementary school all the way through getting a master's in healthcare administration was a struggle. Now, when I when I got the diagnosis of the combined type ADHD and the multiple symptom reading disorder, I was actually relieved. I was like, oh, thank God. Why? And I was happy. Why was I happy? Why was I relieved? Because it answered a lot of questions that I've had since elementary school, and it really defined or put the period at the end. It replaced the period and they put a period there instead of a question mark of why am I struggling. So my confidence and motivation story comes in to where I was struggling through high school, struggling through elementary school, high school, college, and beyond. I was the kid that was always asking for extra time at the end of class. It took me 2 hours to do a 1 hour assignment. I was that one kid that had that problem with reading. Couldn't stand word problems. Standardized tests, couldn't stand them. I enjoyed being challenged by them, but the frustration came when I was pressured by my classmates, everybody finishing and being done and leaving out. I was that one student that always stayed behind, that was staying behind afterwards because I had that disorder and I was struggling through that. Now, the motivation for me was several people, including some of my teachers, were like, well, maybe this isn't the class for you, or maybe you shouldn't be doing this. This isn't for you. You can't do this. I'm like, okay, I was raised not to curse, but in my mind, I was really cursing that teacher out, saying, you have lost your mind. No, don't tell me what I cannot do. I don't like that. Don't tell me what I cannot achieve. That's not for me. When I set my mind to do something, I do it. I follow through with my own plans. Now, I was pushing to get through school. And when I was told I couldn't do something, that was motivation. That was the spark of motivation. Now, what happened was when my students, my classmates, they were, excelling in school and I'm struggling, I pushed very hard to get a B, to get honor roll, just all B's. I struggled to do that. But my motivation was my classmates moving on and finishing early and having time to do this or do that. My motivation was also, I was a student athlete in high school. I played basketball. Not only was I a basketball player, I sang in the choir at school. So those were motivators for me because I had to have a certain GPA to participate in those. So those were my motivations. Now, mind you, all it took was one time. All it took was one time for me to mess around and make the honor roll. Just once, just one time. And that was all B's. That's all I had to see. That's all I had to hear. That's literally all I had to feel. When I felt that, I said, oh, this is cool. I got this. It's possible. I know I can do it. Yeah, it took me twice as long. I worked twice as hard, but still, it's doable. So don't tell me I can't do it. Now that I know I can do it, oh, I got this. I got this. So that's the way it worked for me. I struggled and pushed my way through high school, elementary school, then high school. High school was a challenge for me, but that making the honor roll once was a motivator for me. I got that endorphin rush. I got that serotonin that was pushed into my system from my glands. And all of a sudden, here I am. Okay, I feel like Superman. I can do this. I got this. That was my confidence. That was my motivation. My motivation propelled me and gave me confidence. So here I am transitioning from high school to college. Now, mind you, my school did not adequately prepare me for the ACT or SAT. However, I had to start out at a junior college. Went to junior college, had a couple of more hiccups, but I eventually transferred from Shelby State Community College in Memphis to Memphis State University. Now, when I did that, I still had to struggle. Why did I have to struggle? Because I wasn't put in the same building with everybody else earning degrees. I had a couple of classes that were remedial classes. What were they? They were my reading classes. I was still placed in a high school reading program, not getting college credit for the classes I was taking in that building because I was still, because of my reading comprehension level from my multiple symptom reading disorder. But I had to push through that. I pushed through. So all I had to do was pass one of those classes just once. That became my motivation. That was my confidence to push forward and keep going. So long story short, I pushed through and eventually I ended up getting my degree, got my college degree, went on from that. Same problems, the same cycle happened over and over for me. So I had to push through and work twice as hard getting a master's. So many classes I had to take and repeat for a better grade. So I kept pushing through. That confidence became the confidence became a motivating factor. So the confidence was my motivation. So that was my confidence and motivation, my struggle. And to this day, we all, if we don't have any confidence or motivation issues, we're not human. That's just what's going to happen when we grow, as we grow and evolve in our own lives, in our own careers, as athletes, as entrepreneurs. We have struggles because those are our growth lessons. As we grow, we have to have confidence to step into our unknown areas. We have to have confidence and motivation to push through those unknown areas to raise the bar. We can't raise the bar if you don't have confidence. So if you all have any issues with your confidence and you want to go to that next level, if confidence is holding you back, if you're an athlete and you want to win more competitions and you want to have better stats consistently, if you are an entrepreneur and you would like to become more productive in your business and you want to make higher profit consistently, then I suggest you reach out to me for a free consultation. The free consultation can be you can hit me at speaktojay.com, speaktojay.com. And we can talk about that and get you to where you want to be. That's all I have for today. This is episode 51 of my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate you guys and ladies. I appreciate all of you for tuning in. And for those that if this is your first time tuning in, I appreciate you as well. If you're watching on repeat, thank you so much. As I said before, all of this is backlogged on my YouTube channel. Ty, hey, my cousin, what's up, man? I appreciate you tuning in. All of my episodes are backlogged on my YouTube channel. Just go to Jay Hollingshed on YouTube and you will find me there as well. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Be well, stay blessed, and through love, be a blessing. God bless.